Okay, I'm back, and sorry about that brief interruption. Let's see, where was I? So, we had just removed the lid from this can. My brother's smiling at me because he thinks it's funny. Anyway, we had just removed the lid from this can, and I am going to show you the next step to make this. Um, so, after you take the lid, you want to remove the paper wrapping from the can. And you don't want that on there. And then, to build our basic design, all we have to do is cut two windows, one larger window in the front and one smaller window in the back, and those allow for airflow through our miniature stove. So you take your handy nail clippers and let's see, can you see that very well? You just clamp down onto the can a little bit. Doesn't have to be super hard. And then you wiggle them a little bit. And this part is a little bit easier with pliers, but you don't need that. Okay. Okay, after a little bit of work, you can see we've cut into the can. And once you start cutting, like I said, these cans are cheap and easy to cut. They're pretty thin material. Once you start cutting, then it's easy. So we just cut down a little ways. Yeah. Looks like I bent it more than cut it, but it'll work fine. And then you want to do this more, a little bit more. Like I said, getting started is the hard part, but once you get going, it works really well. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but I've cut like two little tabs in this, and I've started cutting the window. It's probably a little smaller than what I'm going to want it, but that's, you want to start out a little small. And these two little tabs will just help me get started in cutting out this window. You want to try and be safe doing this, not cut yourself. But if you're careful, I don't think it's that dangerous. If you don't feel comfortable doing this to cut the can, like you're afraid you're gonna cut yourself, just be more careful. I've done this a few times, so I don't know. Don't blame me if you get hurt, is all I'm saying. Okay, now you can see here we have a little bit of window. We're going to want to make it bigger though, and these edges are sharp, so you can do a simple trick to basically make it so the edges are not sharp. And to like get rid of the sharp edges, you basically cut little tabs and then fold them back. And then that makes it less sharp and therefore less likely to cut yourself. Okay, so now I'm done with the front window here, and this is pretty much the perfect size I want to. Like, it's big enough to get a lot of airflow, but it's still small enough that there's enough room to place the pot on top here and have it be well supported. And so now we're just going to do basically the same thing and make the back window. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, and then that there is the window and back. It just goes about halfway down, and it's a little narrower. It's just to help the airflow all the way through. And so like I said before, earlier in the video, when you want to use it, you just use a newspaper. You actually roll it up lengthwise and then roll it in a circle, and that acts as your wick basically, and then you put petroleum jelly in the rest of the area, and that's your fuel, and it burns really well. And the nice part about this is you can have a can of food with you and make the stove out of the can you're going to eat. So like, you don't have to bring extra stuff or whatever, and you just need like a couple tools to build this. And then when you're done, you light it on fire and then put the pot on and cook your meal, and you're good to go. And I'm gonna make another video where I show using this stove in action and how well it works. Okay, thanks guys.